Now, I've been teaching for a little while now concerning the laws that govern this nature, that governs this earth, the laws of nature. And one of it I mentioned in the earlier segment or episode, I mentioned the law of displacement. The best way to displace a thing is by simply replacing it with what you want. If you want love and there is hatred in the atmosphere, you give love. If you want light, then don't attack darkness. Just introduce the light. Jesus did not spend his time fighting the Pharisees and Sadducees. He didn't, and the Sanhedrin. No, he just spent his time teaching the 12, feeding the multitude, teaching everybody. And guess what? 3.5 years, he replaced them. He changed the entire system. So you can change things by just spending time in what matters, or on what matters, and begin to raise the people. And I've spoken also about the principle of management. And God will not give you what you cannot manage. I also spoke about cultivation. God doesn't give you everything you want in his complete project, a process, complete product. It gives you everything in form of raw materials. If you want a plantation, God does not wake up in the morning and give you a plantation of 1,000 guava trees and 10,000 orange trees. He gives you an orange at a time. One orange, one guava. In one guava, you have more than 100 seeds. If you plant those seeds, you can manage 100, then you can manage 10,000. And God gives you one orange, and that one orange, your job is to plant it. If you plant that one orange and take, and then it goes on, if you plant the seeds there, you have like 10 or 15. If you plant those 10, 15 seeds, after 4 years, you have many oranges, and hundreds of them, then you can take that and plant, and you have a massive plantation. All right. The other one I want to talk to you, which I'm not sure I'll be done with in a single clip, is the principle of light. See, the Bible says in chapter 9, God created two great, chapter 1, verse 9 of Genesis. Genesis chapter 1, it says, God created great lights, the great light to rule by day, the lesser light to rule by night. He calls one the sun, the moon, and he created the stars also. What does that mean? God created lights. So, and then he said he appointed the lights to rule. One to rule over the day and one to rule over the night. And then he appointed them to rule over times and seasons. In other words, times and seasons are controlled by light. Now, it is the number of times the sun goes down and then sets and goes down that we call a day, or a week, or a month, or a year. All right, if that's the case, the next thing is, what do you understand by seasons? We have the seasons of life. Here we have dry season and rainy season. We have the harmattan, which falls during the rainy season. Some other places you have autumn, you have fall, you have spring, you have winter, which they're going through right now. All right. So these seasons are controlled by the light that God created. The great light that rules over the day, the sun, the lesser light, which is the reflection of the sun, rules over the night, and then we have the stars also. What does that mean? It means that light is the one that rules the universe. Light rules. Either way, light rules. Bring it home. If you have no knowledge, which is light, if you live in darkness, which is ignorance, then you are sick of the greatest disease that ever plagued humanity. The greatest disease that ever plagued humanity is the disease of ignorance. Because what you don't know has hurt you already. Hey, I can give you this illustration. I say, if I were to pay $1 million into your account today, and you didn't receive any notification from your bank for 6 months, for 1 year, and you needed money, that money is not yours. If you didn't check your account and you don't know you have the money, it's not yours. It doesn't matter what you do. It has happened to me before, where I needed some money, and I never had access to it. Meanwhile, someone has sent 80-something thousand to my account. I was looking for 20,000 that day, many years ago, when the alert system came into our country, our banking sector. And I didn't know. It took 4 days before the man called me and said, Pastor, have you received a notification from your bank? I said, not so. He said, I paid 80-something thousand there 4 days ago. And I'm shocked. And I'm shocked that I had that much money and I waited for 4 days not knowing. So you do not get to enjoy what you have and you never know that you have it. So the law of light says it is light that gives direction. It's light that gives seasons. It's light that determines how long you're going to hang on for something. If you have it, I don't want to make this tape too long, but if you don't understand the principle of light, then you are not going to enjoy the light. You won't enjoy the benefits of the light. You won't enjoy all it has to give you. You won't enjoy nothing. You may have them, you won't enjoy them.